Hey guys, so this video is going to be about this cool Harry Potter deck of cards I got. A friend of mine bought these for me, so I thought I would do a fun video on it. So, and all the different characters and stuff. I know GB did one on a deck of cards too, like a long time ago. I don't remember. I think it was Last Airbender related. I don't really know. I just know that I was given these as a gift and I thought it'd be a fun video, so let's go ahead and do that. I'm gonna move the camera so you guys can see the cards. Okay. Okay. So we have some instructions here. Let's see. Oh, it just shows some different games you can play. Okay. Let's go ahead and get started. Go ahead and zoom in here. Okay. So this one, we obviously see the, we have Harry Potter here. And his stag Patronus here. Now, the thing that's actually cool about this is his dad, James Potter, was a animagus, right? So he could take the form of a large stag. And so he ended up getting the Patronus of the stag, which relates him to his father. So, fun fact for you guys. I mean, most of you guys probably knew that. It's a pretty normal fact. So here we go. Next, we have Hermione here. And her Patronus, which was an otter, which I also have a fun fact about this because, and most people probably actually don't know this, but J.K. Rowling, her favorite animal is an otter. And so since she wrote Hermione to kind of, you know, be like her in a sense, you know, it just made sense for her to choose Hermione to have her favorite animal since she related to her and identified with her. Yeah, just a fun fact, in case you guys didn't know that. Okay, and then next, of course, we have Ron Weasley, who was, or his Patronus, sorry, here. So here's Ron, and his Patronus is actually a Jack Russell Terrier, which is known, wait for it, for chasing otters, which is an interesting fact, I think, which just happens to be Hermione's Patronus. Interesting. Okay. So this one, I believe we have Oliver Wood here, which was the keeper and captain of the Gryffindor Quidditch team. And then we have the broom in the middle. 3 other Quidditch players. Let's see. So we probably have I'm trying to figure out which one is which. So I think this one here is Alicia Spinnet and Katie Bell, and then Angelina Johnson. I think. I could be getting these ones mixed up. I would have to look into that, but they're so Katie Bell is a chaser for the Gryffindor Quidditch team, and then I believe the other 2 were chasers, if I'm not mistaken. And I think that Angelina Johnson becomes captain after Oliver Wood. So there you go. I think. I believe. And then here we have Ginny and her horse Patronus. So here's Ginny Weasley in a broom and a horse Patronus. And then we have Neville and here's Neville and his lion Patronus, which I don't believe they show in the movies. And they also have the Gryffindor sword here, which I think is it's definitely a fun little detail. If you've, read the books and, pay attention during the movies. Okay, and here we have Luna Lovegood. I love Luna, she's so great. And then her hair Patronus here. Okay, so here I believe we have Dean Thomas and Finnegan. Oh, Finnegan. So Dean Thomas was the one that dated Ginny, if you remember. And both these boys, as well as Neville, were in the same room as Ron and Harry in the Gryffindor rooms. Here we have Cedric Diggory and Cho Chang. So here we have Cedric and then Cho. I thought it was interesting that they said that Cedric would have gone dark if he had lived. Was an interesting, I don't know, I wasn't expecting it, to be honest. Okay, here we have Charlie Weasley, which we all should know was a dragonologist, so that's why he has a dragon here with him. So here we have Charlie and the dragon. And then here we have Bill Weasley and Delacour, Fleur Delacour, a very pretty girl from the 4th well, that was the first time we saw her, was the fourth book. And, you know, they got married later on. Bill is actually a curse breaker for Gringotts Bank, which was interesting. I didn't even know that until recently. And then we have Percy. I don't really have that many fun facts about him. I mean, he was head boy, and then he was personal assistant to Barty Crouch Sr. So that's all I really have for you guys for him. He was a different Weasley for sure. So this one I believe is Parvati and Patil, and Lavender Brown. Patil went to the dance with Harry, and Lavender was the one in love with Ron quite dramatically. And here we have, let me see, I think this is, yeah. So this will be Godric Gryffindor, which of course is one of the 4 founders of Hogwarts. So we have Godric Gryffindor, Rowena Ravenclaw, and Helga Hufflepuff, as well as Salazar Slytherin. So we have the lion for the mascot of the Gryffindor house. We have the eagle for the mascot of the Ravenclaw. I love that she put these different symbols in here. So interesting. And we have the badger here, as well as the snake for Slytherin. Fun details here was the locket, Salazar's locket that we see in the second book, and we have Helga's magical cup, and we have Rowena's I forget the word, but it's like a tiara essentially. And then we have the sword of Gryffindor. Next we have James Potter. And his stag, Animagus, here. And we have Sirius Black. And his dog, Animagus. And of course, Remus Lupin and his werewolf version of himself. So we have Lupin here and his werewolf. Or himself as a werewolf, I should say. And this, I believe, is Peter Pettigrew, and then his rat animagus here. And of course we have Lily Potter and her doe Patronus, sorry. And Tonks. Ah, she's so cute. We have Tonks and her wolf Patronus. So here's Tonks. And the Patronus. Oh, so this one is Aberforth and Ariana Dumbledore, the brother and sister of the Albus Dumbledore. Which we learn about in the 7th book. And oh, I love this. So we have Moaning Myrtle, alive, and then a drain. That's so, I love that. And her as a ghost. Oh, this one took me. This is Filch, Argus Filch and Miss Norris. So here's Filch and Miss Norris. And of course the Albus Dumbledore and Fox. Which Fox saves Harry in the second book, of course. And Minerva McGonagall and her cat Animagus. Oh, and Severus Snape. Oh, so we know that as a sign of his undying affection for Lily, he also had a doe for a Patronus, which, you know, persisted long after she passed. Oh. And then we have the Weasleys. We have Mr. here, Mr. Weasley, as well as Mrs. Weasley here. She has one of the best scenes. Hopefully, for those of you guys who know, or at least have seen the movies, she has one of those really great scenes when she goes after a Death Eater. And of course we have Arthur. They are so great, both of them. Oh, fun. We have Professor Flitwick with a feather. Quite fitting. And Professor Sprout and her mandrakes. Have fun. So we have Sprout here. And the mandrake right here. And then I believe this is Professor Slughorn. And his armchair. Interesting. And of course, Professor Trelawney. And this is Medi Moody here, I think. Medi Moody, and then Barty Crouch Jr. Of course. Most of you, I hope you guys know who this is. This will be Gilderoy Lockhart and his fancy self. Ah, what an irritating character. Oh my gosh. And of course, Professor Quirrell with Voldemort. And Hagrid, of course. And Buckbeak. They made Buckbeak pretty dark. And of course his umbrella. These cards are so gorgeous. Oh my gosh, this is one of the best gifts I've ever gotten. This is Kingsley Shacklebolt, I think that's, I'm not really sure. I think it's Shacklebolt. And it looks like Lynx Patronus. And he's a I don't see too much of him. I mean, we do, but not as much as other characters. And then, of course, we have Voldemort here. And Tom Riddle here. Most of you guys should know who this is as well. This is Bellatrix Lestrange, and then her with her Death Eater mask. She's a fun character. And Draco Malfoy. And his parents, Mr. and Miss Malfoy. And this one, oh, this is probably Regulus Black, I believe. So this is Regulus Black here. And Creature, I believe. And they put the Horcrux right here. Oh, that's a fun detail. For those of you guys who actually watch or read Harry Potter, you know that they go together. I believe these are the crows. I don't know how to say. I think they're just Death Eaters. And the reason I think they're the crows are because there's two of them. And I'm trying to think of ones that were like related. Yeah, I believe they're the crows. I forget what their first names are. Let me check right now, actually. So this is Electo and Amicus Crow. And for anybody who doesn't know, Regulus Black is Sirius's younger brother. And then the crows were Death Eaters. And this is Greyback. And he is a werewolf. So this is his werewolf self. So here we have Greyback and then him as a werewolf. So this is Crab and Goyle. So here's Crab. And then Goyle here. You know, Draco's little followers. Oh, jeez. And of course we have Dolores Umbridge and her famous kitten Patronus, which I think is hilarious. And of course what she made the kids right with for punishing them. And Rita Skeeter, which I think a lot of people don't know, that she's actually a beetle animagus. So fun fact if you didn't know that. And then of course her writing abilities is represented in this card. And here we have Rufus and Cornelius Fudge. We have Rufus and Cornelius Fudge. Next we have okay, so we have so we have here Barty Crouch Sr. You guys should know him pretty well. Here we have Ludo Bagman, which I think not too many people know about this character, but he was a Minister of the Magic employee, and he got the Weasleys the Quidditch tickets for in the 4th book. And we have Professor Karkaroff and Victor Krum. And then we have the Weasley twins, Fred and George, as our Joker, and of course Dobby as a Joker as well. So there's that.